Good afternoon and welcome to Robert Sims Park in Corrimal in beautiful Wollongong for the first match of a two-match series for 2018 between the New South Wales Latinos and the Queensland Latinos. It's the Cucarachas against the Sapos, and we're looking forward to a great game here in Wollongong. You can watch us live on our Facebook page of Latin Heat Rugby League, on YouTube via Bar TV Sports, and we are also on Twitter. Now both sides have just come out onto the field. I'll quickly run through the teams for you as we await the kickoff. We'll go through the visiting side first, the Queensland Latino Sapos at fullback, Anthony Matuk. The wingers are Milton Mosqueda and Claude Jackson. Oscar Mendoza and Carlos Reyes, Kiwi are the centres. Brad and Trent Miller make up the halves. Andrew Soluaga and Rafael Mendoza are up front in the prop positions. Isaiah Catrilero is at hooker. Matt Gardner and Nick Dobra in the second row, and Seb Martinez is the lock. Daniel Mejia, Seb Schubert, Jonathan Espinoza, Leonel Catrilero, Alejandro Cruz, Juan David Espinal, and Brandon Rodriguez, make up the bench. And we're just about to call kickoff here, so we'll come back to the teams for the New South Wales side as Queensland kick off, and straight away they're propped forward for New South Wales. Brandon Toba takes it up, and he's met solidly by the Queenslanders. Just to let you know, the Queensland are in the maroon and gold, whilst the New South Wales side are in the light sky blue and dark blues piping, and they're running from right to left on your screen, and the Queensland side are from left to right. So in the first set of six, we've got the first penalty going to the New South Wales side. Some good yardage early on from the Blues, and their halfback now will find touch. He fails to do so, and Jackson takes advantage of that and grabs it on the full, and Queensland regain possession 40 metres out from their own line, and it's their first taste of the footy as well for this encounter, which they went down 32-8 last year in Brisbane, so they'll certainly be very, very hungry to make it up, but that's not the way to do it. With a knock on there to their prop forward, Rafael Mendoza. Good defence there in the middle by the New South Wales side. I dare say that was Simon de Araujo making that tackle, and he's making his debut for the Latin side, and he's was very keen pre-match to certainly get into it, and it's a good start for him as we have the first scrum of the day. It'll be packed just beyond the halfway line in New South Wales territory, fed and won by the New South Wales side as they go out the back through James Horvey. Now they've given it across there to their fullback in Thomas Garrido. He threw the dummy and ran straight through the gap, and that's a great start by the Blues. It's only taken them under 2 minutes to get first points on the board, and it was just a simple play out the back from the scrum base. Papa got out to Horvey. Horvey then found his fullback in Garrido, who took on the line through the dummy, and it was a gap bigger than the Sydney Heads there, and he ran straight through it. And then from about 40 metres out, he just had too much pace for the Queenslanders, and he ran around to beside the posts for the try to give them a 4-point lead just 2 minutes in. That is a dream start from the New South Wales side, who would be hell-bent on going up 2-0 in the stakes after winning the first game last year. So 2 minutes in, and Thomas Garrido under the post for a great individual try with some good lead-up play from their halfback, Claudio Papa. And it's Papa now trying to convert the try from right in front of the post. He has little trouble. So, we've had 2 and a bit minutes of play, and it's 6-0 to the New South Wales side. A great start, the start they would have wanted. And it all came through the knock-on to the Queensland prop, Rafael Mendoza, and he'll be keen to make amends for that as well. It's early days still, so Plenty of opportunity for both sides. As we wait for the kicking tee. I'll quickly go through the New South Wales Latino side. La Cucarachas with Thomas Garrido at fullback, the try scorer for the first four-pointer of this match. Frank Altamirana and Jose Nitor Alvear on the wings. Alvaro Arcon and Patrick Camano in the centres. James Horvath at 6. Gabriel Papa is the halfback. The props are Sean Pay and Brandon Tobar. Simon Araujo is in at hooker. Eddie Wegener and Paco Godinez make up the back row. And Jai Summers is the lock. On the bench, it's you've got John Munoz, Freddie Arteaga, Luis Fon, Will Gomez, Jose Martinez, Eugene Arasha, and Josh Guzman. So the Guzman and Gomez, State of Origin, New South Wales versus Queensland Latinos. It's 6-0 after 4 minutes of play as New South Wales cough up the ball now deep in their own half, and here's Queensland's chance to hit back after an early try to the New South Wales side. We've got to play it down too for the New South Wales side in back play. It looks like it's Sean Day. And now Queensland have committed probably the ultimate sin in rugby league, giving a penalty with possession as a ref calls time off there for the injury to Sean Day. But a penalty given to New South Wales when not in possession of the ball, and Queensland will be kicking themselves about that, giving away free possession and giving the Blues another chance to attack their line as Sean Day is getting treated there. Just having a check, see if he probably needs to go for the concussion test if it is indeed a head knock. And just while we've got a break in play, we'll definitely thank our sponsors, Guzman and Gomez, who also have the naming rights to this match, and also our front jersey sponsors, Shield Security, Tattoo Tees, EMSA Education or Migration Services Australia, Retrocom.digital, TV Specialist, GMA Tourism, Intergas, the gas company, Cast Graphics, Colombianos in Brisbane, and Edge Home Loans. Thank you very much to all of you for keeping the dream alive as they go out wide. The Blues now through their number 5 in Jose Nick Oliver. He's brought down though. Good defence there by Matuk and Milton Mascara. Now from dummy half goes Daraujo. He makes a good solid run, but he's also met by solid defence there in the form of Matt Gardner. James Hoberg gets a cross kick to the left. A bit of a banana kick there, but that didn't seem to work out that time. But certainly down this left edge, the New South Wales side looking ominously dangerous. They're finding yardage at will early on, and that's probably something that the Queensland side would need to tidy up pretty quick to avoid a leakage of points down that down their right side and New South Wales left side. As we've got there Gardner taking it up. He's a big, strong man. That's a good run, but well met by the defence in Paco Godinez and Eddie, the second row partners there. And they're in for another tackle as well together. Good work there by the back rowers. As it goes there to Brad Miller. He chips over the top and finds Frank Altamirana, who also was a standard in the Capital Nines. Scored the winning try in one of those crucial matches there as New South Wales try to make it out of their own territory now. A bad pass from dummy half, but it was picked up in the end by Altamirana. A good save there. Quick play the balls. That seems to be the order of the day from New South Wales. They're trying to really play a quick brand of footy. Maybe trying to find Queensland off their feet as Eddie Wegener takes the tackle. Papa from dummy half gets a loose pass away, but it's gone back. He's given 6 to go, the referee. He said, Ray Toomer said that it was touched by a Queensland player. So they get 6 to get as Kamano's brought down just 30 metres out from the Queensland line. Papa gets it across there to Toba. Toba loses his footing, but still makes a good 8 or so metres. As Araujo's from dummy half gets it to Papa again. He feeds it onto Godinez. He's met by solid defence as well. Plays the ball a bit slowly for the old man. It's, now they're just 10 or 12 metres out. The Araujo from dummy half throws the dummy, but the defence was aware of that. And it's the last tackle. Let's see what they come up with. They go the right. Torvey from dummy half puts a little grubber kick through, but it was well read by the Queensland defence, and they've come up with the ball just 5 metres out from their own line as they try to make their way out. They'll need to certainly get the big boys up and running and make some yardage through the middle. Certainly be fair to say that New South Wales are slightly on top at the moment. They've had the more possession and the better field position. As Queensland make their way up to their own 30 line. And that's Andrew Suluaga playing the ball. Gets it across there to Brad Miller, who says, let's get out of here. But the ball's taken on the full by Thomas Garrido. So not a very good kick because it's pretty much easy pickings for the fullback. As Carlos Reyes, Kiwi gets a bit excited in the tackle, and there's a penalty. A few words been said, and the referee, Ray Tuma, has penalised them 10 metres for a bit of back chat. And that's what Origin's all about. There's certainly been no love lost between these two as the Queensland side try to muscle up in defence now. There's a good one there by Josh Guzman. Big lump of a lad. A good run. That's Horvath, gets it out wide. Get it to Jai Summers. He beats his first man and makes a good 5-10 metres. Horvath goes to the left to Kamano, the big man. Tries to get across. He's only 2 metres out now as the Araujo from dummy half takes it at the line on himself, but he's solidly met by the defence. Last tackle here. 1 metre out from the Queensland line. It goes out to Horvath. Horvath puts on the cross kick. They've got numbers out there. Taken beautifully though by Claude Jackson on the fly. The winger out there on the left side for Queensland. Certainly saved a chance of a try there for the Blues. Good defence by Queensland in the end because New South Wales were coming at them and they scrambled well to keep the Blues counterparts out as they try to make their way out of their own half themselves. But Claudia Papa has just picked up Oscar Mendoza and given him what for. I saw it was Alvaro Aracon with that tackle, and what a great tackle as Juan David takes it up again. He makes a good run up to the 40-metre line. Playing a bit for the penalty there, I feel. The ref was having none of it though, as Miller again gets a high bomb up. This time the Blues let it bounce, but it's taken there eventually by Jose Nito Alvear, and he's met by the Queensland defence. Papa in a dummy half, gets it across to Frank Altamirana. He got it away, and here we go with throwing the ball around to Garrido. Garrido makes some good yardage there with them, taking a couple of players with him. That's a good strong run by the fullback who's been playing superbly. There's a big run. A bit of don't argue there from Josh Guzman. Don't get in my way, I'm coming through. Eventually they put him down though. As we go across, Horvath throws a dummy, goes himself. Almost get through, but the defence was quick to react and stop him. There's Eddie, turns it back inside to Chloe Papa. Oh, what about Chloe? Turns it to Horvath. Horvath out wide. Oh, knocked back there by the winger in Jose Nito Alvear. He's still going, but met by the defence. What about Eddie Wegener? Fire up the inside pass. He thinks he's Cooper Cronk out there. Goes to Horvath on the last. A little grab around along the ground, but again, Queensland very good in reacting to that, and also Queensland, it must be said, great scrambling defence because they were coming at them again, like I said, and now they make a break themselves. I dare say that's Oscar Mendoza down the left side. Oh, it's Matuk, is it? Great run by the fullback. And in the background there, he's firing up his team. That's the sort of run that will certainly lift the side. And they're, as will their strong defence, because they've had a couple of raids on their own line and they've managed to keep New South Wales out. And they've got some numbers out here now through Gardner. Gardner turned it across, but it's been lost. Lost by Mosquera, but and eventually the ref will call up the knock-on after the New South Wales player was taken into touch, but he will call the first knock-on to Queensland. So New South Wales will get the scrum and feed just on the halfway line. So we had a try 2 minutes in, and it's been quite a tussle since then, with both sides unable to really penetrate the opposition. And we've had 13 minutes of play in this first State of Origin for 2018. It's the first match of a 2-game series, and that's a good one by Álvaro Alarcón. Always dangerous as Papa goes down the right and cuts back inside. Plenty of room. Eventually brought down, but what a run by the little number 7, and he's knocked it on in the tackle. But geez, that was a brilliant run. A bit of Fred Astaire there, and now he's stayed down, so hopefully he's okay. But it was a brilliant run by the little number 7. As Freddie Arteaga makes his way onto the field for Josh Guzman, who's made some couple of great runs. Plenty of yardage up the middle. And Seb Schubert's also coming on for the Queensland side. It's 6-0 after 14 minutes of play. Certainly a match that's in the balance, as Oscar Mendoza takes a breather for the Queensland side. Claudio Papa still getting some treatment there, midfield. Well, we're going to have a scrum to Queensland. About 8 metres out from their own line, so they've got plenty of work to do to get upfield. We had a try in the second minute to Thomas Garrido, the fullback for the New South Wales side, converted by Claudio Papa. So it's New South Wales 6, Queensland yet to score, and 14 minutes of play. Take this opportunity during the break to quickly thank our sponsors, our major sponsor Guzman & Gomez, Shield Security, Tattoo Tears, EMSA, Education and Migration Services Australia, Retrocom, Digital TV Specialists, GMA Tourism, Intergas, the gas company, Cast Graphics, Colombianos in Brisbane, and Edge Home Loans. Thank you all for your support and for keeping the dream alive for us Latino rugby league lovers. As the penalty goes to Queensland now, this is their opportunity to get out of their own half and maybe mount a bit of an attack on the New South Wales line as they find touch just before the halfway line. And Jonathan Espinosa's out there, a very own version of Hollywood. He takes a tap, gets it across to Matt Gardner, who takes it up strongly. He's met by good defence, but it's still a good run. Trying to pinch a couple of more metres. Has a look at the touch judge. The touch judge will have none of it. That's Isaiah Catrilero taking it down. Espinosa pops in the dummy half, gets it out to Trent Miller, who finds his brother Brad. And they go out wide looking for some room, but the defence at the moment, it must be said, has been up to the task. That's Seb Schubert with his first run for the afternoon. And not a bad one at that. 10 metres out, Espinosa from dummy half. Gets it to Juan David, who pumps those legs towards the post, but he's met by 3 of the Blues. And he's brought down just about 10 metres out. Espinosa from dummy half tries to get across the line, and he's been held up. A good run there by the forward in Jonathan Espinosa, who seems to be slotted into the second row. And now they've given away another penalty, Queensland, with ball in hand. And what's that for? Is it for Chatter? It's for Chatter again. I think this time it was their halfback, Trent Miller, who had a word to the referee, probably saying, "Sir, that was a try." Maybe he just said, "Let's go to the video ref," and the ref said there isn't one. And you can cop a penalty for that. So New South Wales now get a chance to make their way out of their own half. There goes Arasha with a big run. Certainly never takes a backward step. Met solidly by the Queenslanders. As Tobar, who's been busy in this first quarter, takes it up again. There's Freddie, who knocks it on. Geez, you don't think he's going to cop it for that after the game. So a few mistakes creeping into both sides here late in the first quarter. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. It's a match of 4 20-minute quarters. 6-0 at the moment to New South Wales. And just getting a bit sloppy in the last couple of minutes. It's been a hot day here in Wollongong, so I dare say that they'll be very tired and looking forward to the first break. As we pack the scrum, so around the 40-metre line, as Brad Miller throws the dummy, but he's again met well by the defence. That time Alvaro Alarcon, again a couple of sloppy passes. Seb Schubert eventually picks it up and decides to go straight and tidy up the attack. Espinosa at dummy half, gets it across there to Isaiah Catrilero, but the defence is up for it. Espinosa again to Miller. Brad Miller, that is. He turns it inside, and they're trying to get a flick pass, a miracle pass there, the Queensland side, and it bounced off Horvey and back into the hands of New South Wales. So again, another chance goes begging for Queensland. If it's not their discipline with giving away penalties, it's their ball control. But now Ardasha's turned it back over, so Queensland have got a chance on the stroke of quarter time to maybe put some points on the board. And he's caught them all offside, the referee, the New South Wales side. So with 1 minute to go, they're 5 metres out, sorry. That's Espinosa taking it forward from the tap. Let's see what they can do here. They go across to Catrilero. The defence come up very quick, but they went through him. And he's over for the try, is he? No, he's lost it. Geez, I thought he was over there. He's Isaiah Catrilero, but it seems to have lost it over the line. And New South Wales dodge another bullet and come away with it. And that's Sean Day making a big run. A huge run by the big man who's come back on with headgear. And now New South Wales trying to counter-attack. And they've got already up to the 40-metre line. And that's James Horvey steps around his counterparty, Brad Miller. But Brad Miller comes back and makes up for it. Certainly it's getting a bit physical there. There's Eddie Wegener trying to muster up a bit of a version of Cooper Crock or Jonathan Thurston out there with a few dummies. And Claudio gets the pass away to Camano. And a big hit there in the end. And that's quarter time. Certainly getting a bit physical there in the last set of 6. So as we go for a quarter time break, New South Wales lead 6-0. Okay, so we're back for the second quarter. The referee's blowing the whistle, wants both players out, both teams back out there as they get their final instructions from their respective coaches. And I guess the first quarter, if I were a New South Wales coach, I wouldn't be too displeased with the performance. And plenty of positives from the Queensland side as well, especially defensively. And I guess it's just a matter of holding on to that ball and maybe having a bit more discipline to give themselves some opportunities. But certainly a very tight game. It's 6-0 to New South Wales with 60 minutes to go as the sun starts coming down, and certainly conditions will become ideal for footy. A nice breeze coming across. It's been quite a hot day in Corrimal, in beautiful Wollongong. As we wait for kickoff. This time it'll be Queensland to kick off from left to right on your screen. And remember, you can catch us on the Facebook page of Latin Heat Rugby League, on Twitter, the Latin Heat handle, and also on YouTube via Bar TV. That's BAR TV. As the ref gets the game underway, the kickoff by Queensland, taken by James Horvath, gets it onto Freddie Arteaga, but he's met by some solid maroon jumpers there. About 20 metres out from his own line. I dare say Queensland will be up to lift for the second quarter as Arasha takes it up. And again, he's met solidly from some strong maroon defence. It's slow to get up. That's Paco Rodinez taking it up. Doesn't get very far though. Now they go to Horvath, who gets it up to Freddie again. Certainly the defence is up for it. Just this first set, you can see they've just gone a little bit harder, the old Queensland boys, as James Horvath finds touch on the last tackle, 40 metres out from the Queensland line, so they'll get a chance to regain possession from the scrum, just 10 metres out from the halfway. Sorry, 20 metres out from the halfway. I beg your pardon. They're 30 metres out from their own line. And the referee having some words with Seb Martinez. Certainly, you're not going to win that battle, Seb. So probably best just to let it go. As Trent Miller gets it out to Carlos Reyes, Kiwi from the scrum. As Queensland make their way upfield through Oscar Mendoza. Oh, that looked like a bit of a high shot. The rest there was around the shoulder though. As the Queenslanders trying to make yardies there through Andrew Zuluaga. And that's a good run by him. But Eddie was there to meet him. Martinez from dummy half to Miller. Miller gets it out there to Gardner. Gardner trying to break the line but can't do so. Horvath was there up to the challenge. Goes across there. That's Brad Miller with a bomb. Trying to put pressure on the winger in Frank Altamirana, but he's taken it easily. Not much pressure at all by his outside men for the Queensland, so he'd be quite upset about that. And a big tackle there on the winger, Frank Altamirana, but he gets up. And it goes out to Freddie. Freddie Arteaga tries to take him on, but he's brought down. Nick Dobera there in to make the tackle. That Araujo gets it off to Eddie, who cuts back inside, but the defence was ready for him and tackle him. 40 metres out from his own line. There's Buckle taking it up. He's met solidly by Trent Miller and company. Papa at dummy half, goes the blind there with Garrido. Garrido throws a dummy and goes straight through again. Oh, he turns it inside to Papa, and that's a great try Under the posts. Oh, what about that one? They went to blind. Papa got off to Garrido. Garrido had open space. Went straight through the gap. He drew in the fullback, did Thomas Garrido, and threw it back inside to his diminutive halfback, who had no one in front of him to cross over straight in underneath the posts. It's New South Wales 10, Queensland 0.
That's a try for Gabriel Papa. Gabriel Papa now to convert his own try. It's New South Wales 10, Queensland 0.
And a bit of deja vu there for Gabriel Papa, straight under the post, where he had his first kick, converts his own try. It's now New South Wales 12, Queensland 0 in the Guzman and Gomez State of Origin. But what a great combination that is between the halfback Gabriel Papa and the fullback Garrido. They just great combination, great awareness from Gabriel Papa to go down the blind to seek out his fullback, who certainly seems to be finding plenty of yardage out wide. Seb Martinez gets us back underway, straight down to Gabriel Papa, gets it onto Arasha, who storms upfield, and that's a great run by the big man. Takes Trent Miller, got him. Good tackle by Trent there, but a great run. And now Guzman's back out there. He'll be hard to stop. He takes 3 players to do so. That's Josh Guzman. Horvey turns it back inside to Jai Summers, the local legend. And Jose Martinez is out there as well in a dummy half. And it goes out to Camano. Camano tries to break through, but he's met solidly. And the ref has called a forward pass to New South Wales. And we're going to have a scrum 30 metres out from the New South Wales line with the feed to the Queensland side. Surely this is a great opportunity for them. As Arasha comes off. So we've got the feed there to Queensland. It's from Miller to Miller, across out there to Matuk, and then on to Reshes Kiwi. Let's see what the Maroons can do now. They decide to go the blind through Seb Martinez, and he's brought down. He's been quite fiery in this match, certainly very passionate. And we got there Rafael Mendoza taking it forward, but the New South Wales defence is equal to the task. Goes across. This time it's Trent Miller trying to find some yardage out wide. They got a pass across, couldn't be taken. Couldn't be taken there by Brad Miller, so they give over position yet again. And this time it's James Horvey giving a bit of chat back, a bit of back chat. It's an absolute talkathon out there. That's the third penalty in the space of 27 minutes for back chatting, and I think it's fair to say the referee Ray Tuma's not going to cop any of it from either side. He's a good run, a good tackle, by Guzman on the Queensland side as they go out wide through Kiwi. He's brought down just 10 metres out. Claude Jackson slots into dummy half. He gets it out there to Mendoza, but Mendoza's tackled as well. He's 5 metres out. What can they do here? It's off to Miller. Miller gets it across there to Dobera. He tries to jink back inside, gets it back around to Trent Miller, who gets it on to Brad Miller. Brad Miller gets it out to to Gardner. Gardner finds his winger there in Mosqueda. Mosqueda's brought down though. Good cover defence coming across from the Blues side. It looked enterprising there by Queensland, but quickly covered by the defence. That's a great pass. Great pass. Bad read in defence by the Blues, but Brad Miller sends over Seb Martinez, who probably deserves a try for the hard work he's done in the opening 18 minutes, 19 minutes or so. So Queensland on the board. It's taken them just under half an hour, and it's now New South Wales 12, Queensland 4 with a kick to come. So I said Martinez trying to convert his own try. And straight between the posts. So with 10.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter, it's game on. With Queensland now on the board, New South Wales still lead 12-6. In New South Wales, in State of Origin, number 1 for 2018. And you can put that try down to poor discipline by New South Wales. There was no need to back chat. They had the ball. There's plenty of chatter there. James Horvath and a couple of his counterparts from the opposition. So this could be an interesting last 10 or so minutes in the lead up to half time. Certainly New South Wales want to keep their heads about them because they've got the lead. They've been the better side on the paddock, and a couple of ill-disciplined players could see Queensland gain momentum and take the ascendancy as Miller takes the ball, gets it onto Juan David, I fancy Espinal. He's brought down 25 metres out. There's a bit of push and shove there in the scrum with Jose Martinez getting fired up as Jai Summers goes in a bit high on that tackle, but the rest of that's okay. It's around the collar. A bit of push and shove in the scrum, in the ruck, but it's all okay, all harmless fun as Seb Martinez takes it up, the try scorer. He's brought down on the halfway line as Miller from dummy half gets it across there to Gardner, who beats the first line. He beats the second. He comes up to the fullback. And a great tackle. A great tackle. Who was that? Oh, what about that tackle by Thomas Garrido? He forced the ball loose. Big man coming down on him in Matt Gardner. Great run by the big second rower who beat the first and second line but couldn't get through the third in Thomas Garrido, who absolutely stopped him in his tracks and forced the ball loose. So New South Wales will come back with the ball as we count down 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. As both sides pack down. We're about 20 metres out from the New South Wales line, and straight away they try to spread it out wide, but the defence is there to meet Alvaro Alvarado pushing back a good 5 metres. They certainly need to get out of this area to the New South Wales side. A couple of big hits there. The Queensland side certainly muscling up in defence at the moment, and they need to do so to keep this New South Wales team at bay. As Horvath throws a dummy and cuts back inside, beats the first line, can't beat the second though. Martinez at dummy half to Gabriel Papa, who dummies, jigs it straight through the middle like a knife through butter. There's no support, or is there? Of course there is. Who else but Thomas Garrido? Oh, what about this? That was, what a try. That's come from nothing. Or has it? His name is Gabriel Papa, straight through the gap. The big men cannot stop him. And as he looked to the left for support, who was there? None other than his partner in crime, in Thomas Garrido, who's gone under the black dot for his second try. New South Wales 16, Queensland 6. Another great try, another great combination from Gabriel Papa and Thomas Garrido. So 16-6 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, the second quarter, I dare say. And Gabriel Papa has a kick just adjacent to the posts. He's 2 from 2 so far. And Queensland, they'll be wondering what the hell's hit them as Gabriel Papa gets straight between the posts. He turns around and smiles at his family and his little fan club down there watching. New South Wales 18, Queensland 6. We've got 5.5 minutes left in this second quarter. And that try pretty much came from nothing. There was nothing doing down this, the New South Wales in their own half until Gabriel just put his foot on the pedal, found the gap, went straight through and found his fullback in Garrido, who stormed over onto the posts to give them an 18-6 lead coming into half time. So Martinez gets ready to get us back underway. And kicks long and deep. Stopped there by his feet by the fullback, the try scorer. He's got a double already. He's brought down 10 metres out. Spitzler to get up. As Freddie Arteaga tries to make a bit of an inroad up down the right side. Makes it to 20 metres out and looks like he's lost the ball. And the ref says so. And no, now he's blown the penalty. On the touch judge's recommendation, he said, no, you've tried to rake the ball. The Queenslanders aren't happy about that, but they know the result if they start back chatting. So Araujo has failed to find touch though, so Queensland get the ball back through Jackson. I fancy it. He's going straight through. A great run by him. He's left someone behind in his wake. I guess, is it Eddie Wegener? Yeah, he's injured himself. And the referee's noticed and caught time off. So Eddie Wegener went straight down. I don't know if he twisted a leg or an ankle or something. He certainly doesn't look good out there. And with just 3 3/4 minutes to go till half time, we hope it's nothing too serious. And it's Queensland back on the attack after failing to find touch, the Blues. He's just getting checked out. Looks like it seems to be something. Just a knock on the face by the looks of it. Just giving him a quick check on field. It looked innocuous enough on the field. And hopefully he'll be all right to continue. He is as he makes his way back into the line. And Claude Jackson gets ready to play the ball. Martinez in the dummy half. Gets it off to Catrileo. He goes forward. The defence is there though. Martinez at dummy half, gets it across there to Daniel Mejia. Getting close to the line now, but not close enough, said Martinez from dummy half. Gets it off there. To Catrilero, there was a gap there. He went forward, but quickly closed by the New South Wales side. And they needed to because he was on his way over as Trent Miller throws a dummy, but he's met by the defence there. Courtesy, was that Jai Summers making the tackle? Yes, it was. Goes across there to his brother, Brad Miller. Brad Miller throws it down. He turns it back on. Oh, no. Turned it back to back Gardner, who unfortunately couldn't get hold of it. He holds onto that board. He's possibly over for a try. As now Queensland trying to muscle up defence through Reses Kiwi, trying to keep the New South Wales side down here. And that's Kamano taking it forward. Trying to get past the advantage line. There's Eddie. Great run, beats the first line. But he's brought down. Gabriel Papa gets it out wide. I think he gets it out to Alvaro Alarcon. Gabriel Papa again, this time out to Alti Mirana, who's been quite good out wide there. No mistakes, had a few kicks at him, and he's done well. Gabriel Papa gets it out wide. Hallway with a long pass to Kamano. There's numbers. Kamano beats his first man. He looks inside to Louis. He kicks ahead. I'm not sure that was the play to go for. He had numbers to his left and to his right. He didn't look. He decided to kick ahead, but Queensland had that well covered pretty much from the get-go. Claude Jackson was the one that covered that one up, and adds the fullback in Anthony Matuki. He makes a good scurry out of dummy half. And that's Martinez again, this time to Reches Kiwi. Good scrambling defence though by the Blues to regather themselves. This time through Luis Font and Eddie Wagner. And there's Miller. Has he lost the ball there, Brad? And there, Isaiah Catlinero brought down on the last tackle. They're 35 metres out. Sam Martinez put a little kick over the top. But again, Frank Altamirana is up to the task. As Alvaro Alarcon tries to make it out. A good run there, but a good tackle as well by Matt Gardner. One that needed to be made as Eddie storms forward again. And another good tackle, and he's lost the ball. Is it play on? No, it's not play on. Oh, and again back chat. What's that? Like the fourth penalty for back chatting. And it's about 2-2 at the moment. Quick tap though. Tucker. The referee's allowed it. You know, Trent Miller. We've got 12 seconds. 11. Let's have a look. And there's another penalty to Queensland. They're 15 metres out. What can they do? Seth Martinez put a little kick through. No one was waiting for it. No one knew it was happening. We've got half time. So at the break, New South Wales dodge another bullet with a couple of silly penalties. And at the break, we've got New South Wales 18 leading Queensland 6. So just to go through the scores in the first half, in the second minute, Thomas Garrido scored for New South Wales, was converted by Gabriel Papa 6-0 to the New South Wales side. Then in the 24th minute, Gabriel Papa scored and converted his own try to make it 12-0. Then with 11 minutes to go to half time, Seb Martinez crossed over for Queensland's first points. He converted his own try to make it 12-6. And Thomas Garrido scored in the 33rd minute to make it 16-6, and Gabriel Papa converted for the halftime score in the Guzman and Gomez State of Origin game number 1 for 2018. New South Wales 18, Queensland 6. So the Queensland side back out there for the second half. I'm sure they would have had some choice words in the sheds as they try to probably come to a solution to try to combat this New South Wales side, who lead 18-6 at half time as the Blues slowly make their way back onto the paddock. The last 40, played in 20-minute quarters. Certainly now, as the sun has gone down, some great conditions for footy. Nice crowd supporting rugby league and Latin rugby league, which is great to see. All the money we raise goes towards the development of rugby league in Latin America, and trying to get some of the players from the actual Latin American countries to come and play in the Emerging Nations World Cup in October this year. As the referee calls time on, Gabriel Papa gets us underway, and straight away from the kickoff, the Queensland side have knocked it on, and not the start they would have wanted, being down 18-6. Not the start you want to start off this second stanza. And what about this forgotten opportunity for New South Wales to stretch the lead? As Gabriel Papa feeds a scrum, Horvath goes from the right side to the left, gets it out to Kamano. Kamano, though, is met by Reza's Kiwi. Try to catch the Queensland side off guard. It didn't work this time, as they keep attacking the line. The New South Wales side now running from left to right on your screen. It goes off to Eddie, who takes it solidly. And remember, you can watch us on the Latin Heat Rugby League Facebook page, on Twitter, and also on Bar TV, as Alvaro Arracon breaks through the line and sneaks under the defence to cross over for a try. And he interrupted me. You can watch also on Bar TV on YouTube as Alvaro Arracon crosses over for try number 4 for the Blues to stretch the lead to 22 points to 6. Just a minute and a half into this second half, and Queensland paying heavily for knocking the ball on from the kickoff. New South Wales made them pay through a great pass from Gabriel Papa out wide to Alvaro Arracon. He was going to be hard to stop from there. He beat the first line and then ducked over for a good try. He's been one of New South Wales' best in the first half and thoroughly deserves that win. That try, sorry. So we've got New South Wales 22, Queensland 6 as Gabriel Papa lines up the kick. Gabriel just lining up the kick now. And that's his first miss for the day. Scores remain 22-6. So New South Wales 22, Queensland 6. And like I said, you can watch us on the YouTube page via Bar TV, that's BAR TV, on our page on Facebook, that's Latin Heat Rugby League, or on our Twitter handle, Latin Heat Rugby League, as Freddie Arteaga takes it up. One of the inspirational leaders of this Latin Heat family. He plays it, gets it up to Araujo, who goes to blind, and suddenly hit there was the number 17 in Will Gomez. Certainly Queensland trying to muscle up in this set of 6. Araujo to Papa to Horvey. Horvey gets it across to Summers. They go a bit high on Summers, but he keeps going. Throws the ball back inside. It was a bit of a loose pass, to be honest. Horvey had to try to catch it around his feet. Couldn't do so. And knocks it on. And the referee's called for the knock on. And there'll be a scrum 35 metres out from the New South Wales line with a Queensland feed. And we've got a play on the down on the ground for New South Wales. It looks like cramp from here. I can't make out who it is. Yeah, it's Jai Summers there, just suffering a bit of cramp, and he's coming off on the other side of the field as they try to get a replacement on. Arasha runs on. So a like-for-like replacement there. As the old legs on Jai start giving up on him, the old cramp, but he's been great today, and he's been great ever since the Latin heat kicked off. Certainly been a key member of the Latin heat fraternity. As Claude Jackson from dummy half makes it to 20 metres out. Seb Martinez at dummy half gets it across to Reyes Kiwi. He goes strong but loses the ball in the contact. Who was that made the tackle? Well, it wasn't Tobar. Great hit there by the prop forward. The centre come prop. And then a knock on from dummy half. Araujo, probably this is his debut for the Latin side. Probably he's been guilty a couple of times of maybe trying too hard. There'd be a lot of nervous energy, especially early on. His debut for the Latinos. He's certainly given his all, it must be said. As Seb Martinez gets it from the scrum base off to Miller. Miller gets it to the fullback in Matuk. Matuk gets it to Reyes Kiwi, who couldn't hold on to it and then regained it, but the referee finally says no, that was a knock on. So we're going to have another scrum, this time to the New South Wales side, and it must be said the game in the last 5 minutes or so has got a bit scrappy. A lot of drop ball. I guess Queensland will be playing with a bit more desperation now, trying to get back into the game. They'll chance their arm a bit more, and it'll be New South Wales' job to try to keep them out and also consolidate their win. There was a pass straight into the hands of Claude Jackson from Alvaro Aragon. That's the easiest try you'll probably ever see. Straight into Claude Jackson's hands, and from there no one was going to stop him. So Queensland back in it. New South Wales 22, Queensland 10. We've had 7 minutes gone in this third quarter, and with a kick to come by Seb Martinez. It's New South Wales 22, Queensland 10. A relatively easy kick here for Seb Martinez. Seb Martinez has no problem with the conversion. So, with 12 minutes left in this third quarter, New South Wales lead 22-12. Well, as I was just saying, New South Wales certainly have to stay on their game. They can't have lapses like they just did then, because Queensland will come back and get them. They certainly can't afford to take the Queenslanders lightly. As James Holway gets us underway, the ball goes down to Juan David Espinal, who takes it back, runs straight into the defence. Good run by the big man. As we've got there, Matuk beating the first couple as he comes out of his own half from dummy half. That's a good run by the fullback, who I must say has been kept a bit quiet today, but that was a solid run by the promising fullback. So Martinez in the dummy half, gets it across there to Trent Miller. He gets it on to Andrew Sulaga, and he swung to the ground. Martinez at dummy half, gets it on to Trent Miller. Trent Miller dummies, but the defence was awoken to it and brought him down on the 40-metre line. Last tackle. What is the last tackle option going to be? It's a shocking pass. A shocking pass from the scrum base. But can you believe it? There's been a penalty to New South Wales for offside on the last tackle. So Queensland get a reprieve because they were heading for the hills. The New South Wales side, they picked up the loose ball and there was no one in front of them. And then they heard the whistle blow. As it's gone across there to Matt Gardner. He takes it up from the tap to 20 metres out from the New South Wales line. Goes across there to Trent Miller. Trent Miller turns it back inside and he cuts in the big prop forward in Andrew Soluaga. Beats the first couple, but eventually he's brought down just 15 metres out from the New South Wales line. So Martinez back into dummy half. He's been busy from there. And Matt Gardner drops the ball again. Certainly his handling has let him down a little today. A very strong back rower. Just hasn't had much luck with the handling of the ball today. And probably the conditions will be getting a bit greasier as the night wears on. And maybe get a bit of dew falling down on the ground. With just over 9 minutes left in his third quarter, 22-12. New South Wales in front, but Queensland well and truly in it. From the scrum, Horvey to Papa, to Alvar Alarcon. He makes his half break. Is eventually dragged down 20 metres out from his own line. As New South Wales now trying to get out of their own half. There's Tobar taking it up solidly. He's been busy today. Martinez to Papa down the blind. Off to Kamana. Kamana one-handed. Trying to get rid of his counterpart in Martinez, but he can't do so. And eventually some help comes across in Jackson. Martinez in the dummy half again. Out to Papa. Papa gives it some air to Horvey. Horvey cuts back inside looking for a gap. Can't find one. Is eventually brought down 40 metres out from the Queensland line. Martinez again at dummy half. Arasha overruns the ball there. That's a unlucky mistake there. He wasn't expecting it. It was meant to be a decoy. And it looks like Seb Martinez is down with a leg injury. That could be crucial for the Queensland side. Oh, it looks like it's only a cramp. And let's hope it is nothing serious. They certainly need him on the field. And another penalty, laying all over the tackle play. He's had enough. The ref, he said, that's enough. He's going to put his foot down. As Queensland come away with it through Trent Miller, gets it across to Regis Kiwi. He takes a bit of stopping, but is eventually brought down 30 metres out from the line. It's on to Trent Miller, on to Juan David Espinal. He takes it up solidly. He's brought down 25 metres out from the New South Wales line. What can happen now? Can they put on a raid? Can they put some points on the board? Mendoza goes to the right, turns it on there to Trent Miller. He's brought down just beyond the 20-metre line. Espinoza in back on the side. Ball cut back inside there. Great ball back inside there from Brad Miller on to Nick Dobera. Espinoza at dummy half. Brad Miller goes himself. He's brought down. Great defence by New South Wales. The scrambling defence has been superb. And another penalty. Another penalty for laying all over the tackled player. Certainly Queensland starting to come at them. Let's see if they can hold them out. Let's play on. Reches, Kiwi gets past Harasha. Goes for the line. He's across the line, but he's eventually met by 5 or 6 Blues. And he's pulled back to about 5 metres out. Espinosa from dummy half tries to scurry over. I think he has. Has he? He's been held up. Oh, and he's claiming the try. He's saying, no, ref, I made it. The ref's saying, I didn't see any ball on ground, so we're back out to the 10-metre line. Here come the Maroons. Nick Dobber in the dummy half, Espinosa to play the ball. We've got 5 minutes and 40 seconds in this third quarter. It's gone out to Miller to Miller. Off across to Gardner. Gardner crosses over in the corner. This time he holds onto the ball. And Queensland are back through a try in the corner to Matt Gardner. And at the end of the day, it's too much possession on the New South Wales line. Eventually, the blue wall had to crack, and it did. As they went out wide from Trent Miller to Brad Miller, they caught the wide running back rowing Matt Gardner, storming across, over in the corner to put Queensland well and truly back in this game. It's now New South Wales 22, Queensland 16 with a kick to come. Sigarani Dobra preparing the kick. Comes in, strikes it nicely. Coming round. Oh, it's gone across to the face of the left face of the post. So the scores remain with 4 minutes left on the clock in this third quarter. New South Wales 22. Just a converted try in it. Queensland 16. James Horvath gets back on the way. New South Wales guilty there of giving away a couple of silly penalties and too much attack on their own line, and eventually they have to crack as now Queensland come back out. And now their tails are up. There's a bit of enthusiasm in their run, bit of sting in their running, which you expect after a try. And there's a great run there. I'm just trying to get the number of the jersey. It was Isaiah Catrileo, great run there. He's been one of their better players. Trent Miller now darts forward, but he's eventually met by the defence. There's another strong run. Queensland have made 90 metres in their 5 tackles. This is the last though. And it's another try. This time, Brad Miller, a great effort. He jinked and went to the line, took the line on, and then as he was going down, got a great pass to Oscar Mendoza. It's game well and truly back on now with a kick to come. New South Wales 22 have only the slender lead of 2 points to 20. So 22-20 with a kick to come. And 2 minutes left in this third quarter. You don't reckon the final quarter is going to be any good? There'll be riveting stuff. Edge of your seat as Dobra comes to take the kick in place of the injured Seb Martinez, who hopefully will come back on the field for the last quarter as he lines this up. Great lead-up work there in that try by, in particular, Brad Miller. The two brothers have been working well this game, and the kick is an absolute ripper. from Nick Dora, right between the posts. It's 22 all. We're locked up on the stroke of three-quarter time. A great effort by Queensland to get themselves back in it. Their tails are certainly well and truly up. The ascendancy is with them as we lead into the final quarter. And it's going to make for a riveting last 20 minutes of this Origin. As Horvath does the short kickoff and regains the ball. It's very smart play by the number 6. Looking for players though. He gets it across to Arasha. Arasha, he beats the first man, takes it into the second. He's eventually brought down, holds onto the ball. Across it goes to Gabriel Papa. Papa gets it across to Toba. Toba, great run by him. Taking a few players with him, only 10 metres out. Martinez, Papa gets it across there to Kamano. Kamano's brought down. What can they do now? There's 13 seconds left on the clock. Papa juggles it, regains it, but he's met by heavy defence. Gutsy effort there to regain it for the little man. The defence was certainly coming on him. Horvath gets a cross kick across his... Oh! Try! Does he score? No, he doesn't. He knocks on according to the referee. Well, what about that for a finish? He almost got across the line. So at three-quarter time, it's 22 all. That's a state of origin battle if you've ever seen one. With 20 minutes left, the New South Wales side and the Queensland side are level at 22 all. Well, folks, strap yourselves in. What about these for the last 20? We came into the third quarter. At 18 to 6, and now after 20 minutes of the third quarter, so at half time it was 18-6, it's now 22 all. What a comeback by the Queenslanders. This is going to be 20 minutes for the record books. Game number 2 in the history of the State of Origin Latino. Game number 1 for this year as Horvath gets us underway for the last quarter. And can you believe it? From the kickoff, it's deja vu here at Sims Park. Queensland have knocked it on again from the kickoff. And again, New South Wales are going to be just 15 metres out. Wow, what an opportunity to hit the lead. Certainly not the start the Queenslanders would have been looking for after such a good finish to the third quarter. And straight away from the scrum base, they make their intentions known. They'll spread it out wide. But the defence is there to meet them 10 metres out. Quick play the boys. Horvath from dummy half, skips. And jinx, and then gets the ball away. As the Blues trying to get themselves back in front. And they've been held up over there in the far left corner. That's Luis Fawn, I fancy. He's brought down. And the game restarts. It's a bit of a hit there on Gabriel Papa, who's been New South Wales best. Alongside his fullback, Thomas Garrido. He's down at the moment as the trainers come on. 22 all. We've got 18.5 minutes to go. What sort of a finish is this going to be? Certainly going to be a lot of hearts in mouths and backsides on edges of seats for these last 18 or so minutes. And as we take a break, we'll take the opportunity to thank our sponsors. First of all, our naming rights sponsors, Guzman and Gomez. Thanks to all our sponsors, Guzman and Gomez, Shield Security, Tattoo Tees, EMSA Education Immigration Services Australia, Retrocom, Digital TV Specialists, GMA Tourism, Intergas, the gas company, Cast Graphics, Colombianos in Brisbane, and Edge Home Loans. Thank you all very much for your support. As it's back underway now, there goes to Papa. Papa turns it to one of his counterparts who's brought down just under the posts. Centre field, only 8 metres out. Horvath with a long cutout pass. And they can't control it. Oh, a few nerves there in the New South Wales side. And a few nerves up here in the box as well, just quietly. That's very... Certainly going to be plenty of tension in this second, in this last quarter, as we've got Andrew Zuluaga trying to cart it forward for the Queenslanders. They're deep in their own half, so they certainly want to get out of here pretty quick to try to get some points on the board. That's Nick Dobera. Gets it back across for Andrew Zuluaga, his second carry of the 6, so he's certainly been busy. Espinosa in a dummy half. Across it goes there to Trent Miller, who gets a kick across. And Josh Summers was a bit late with the tackle. And they've lost the ball. And it's back in Queensland's hands. That poor play there by New South Wales. This is a golden opportunity for Queensland there through Brad Miller, who chips over the top. He chipped over the top for Claude Jackson, but he was met by Kamano. 110 points for courage there from Claude Jackson, but he pretty much ran into a blue wall there in Patrick Kamano. Lost the ball on impact. You could feel the heat from up here, and Queensland certainly missed an opportunity there. And a bullet was dodged by the Blues. The scores remain 22-all with 16.5 minutes to go. As the tension certainly builds in this match. The touch judge has been called in. Have a chat to Jose Martinez. Oh no, so it's Alvaro Alarcon, the captain. So he's had something to say. Probably saying calm down your troops. I know it's a tense match, and there's, you know, the time's ticking, but certainly going to be a lot of nervous energy coming into this last 16.5 minutes or so. And the penalty's gone now to Queensland for the shoulder charge on Claude Jackson. He's back up on his feet. Very tough hombre there. As it goes across there to Rafael Mendoza, who tries to snail a couple of metres forward. Then it goes there from Trent Miller, who cuts it back inside of Nick Dobera. He's been hard to stop. He's got 3 or 4 players there trying to calm him down. Espinosa at dummy half, 5 metres out from the New South Wales line. A poor pass there, but well picked up by Trent Miller from his bootlaces. That was a poor pass in such a crucial time. But well done by the number 7. Espinosa this time gets it across to Lovell Cariella. He's brought down. 5 metres out from the line. Good defence by the Blues, but the Maroons are coming at him. Espinosa from dummy half gets it across there to Brad Miller. Miller looks out wide. Gets to his fullback Matuk, but Matuk is brought down, and you take it over the sideline. No. Last tackle on the far right of the field. What can they do on the last? It goes back, and they've been caught with the ball in their hand, which is a great result for the Blues. We've got a handover. I've got a feeling that went to the wrong player on the last tackle. It should have probably gone to one of the Miller boys. And that was the wrong option, as I fancy that's a Russia taking it forward and meeting him with the Queensland boys. That was Guzman, Josh Guzman, as Eddie Wagner takes it forward. Certainly Queensland muscling up in defence at the moment. The Araujo looks for support out wide. Oh, big hit there. A big run and a big hit there as well. Certainly no love lost out there between the mates versus mates. As Horvey decides, let's get out of here, gets a kick away, and that's out on the full. Oh, that's a big play. 14 minutes to go. And we're going to have a scrum 25 metres out from the New South Wales line. Queensland feed, and the play is now just hovering around James Horvath, just saying, let's keep your head up. There's still plenty of time. Let's not lose our heads. Certainly got to keep the concentration levels up. As the scrum's fed, it's gone after Brad Miller. He feeds it across to his outside backs. This needs in the name of Matuk this time. There's Eresh's Kiwi. Certainly Queensland looking for the quick play the balls, trying to exploit any gaps that might be in the Blues line. Then some passes out the back. The pass was out in front for Andrew Zuluaga, but he couldn't catch it. So now, we're going to have a New South Wales scrum feed. And they're only going to be 15 metres out. Gabriel Papa feeds a scrum. Takes it himself. Get through the gap. Great run. Geez, he's been dangerous today. Eventually he's brought down just before the 30-metre line. Geez, they've got to watch out for him. It goes out to Jorge. Jorge to Garrido. Garrido steps inside. Straight through the gap. Away he goes. No one's going to come near him. 20, 10, and he's over. New South Wales back in front with a try to Garrido. 26 to 22 with a kick to come. And again, put it down to Gabriel Papa, who set it up. And then once it got to Thomas Garrido, he wasn't going to be stopped. Had plenty of yardage and made a great 50-metre burst. Claude Jackson tried gallantly to come across, but he had too much of a lead. And now, with 11 and a half minutes to go, New South Wales 26, Queensland 22.
Latin Heat, New South Wales and Queensland would like to say a special thank you to our sponsors, Guzman and Gomez, Shield Security, Tattoo Tears, EMSA, Education and Migration Services, Retro.com, the digital TV specialists, GMA Tourism, Intergas, the gas company, Cast Graphics,
and the kick's waved away there from James Horvey. So New South Wales lead 26 to 22 with 10, just under 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. In this final quarter. Certainly Queensland's still in it though, as Espinosa gets us underway. Plenty of time left. Down to Gabriel Papa, he takes it well, gets it onto Guzman, who pumps those big legs, makes it to the 20-metre line, good run. Daraujo dummy half, gets it across. Gets it across there to Will Gomez, who then gets it onto his winger in Frank Altamarina. He takes a tackle 30 metres out. Now we've got John Munoz taking it forward. He's 35 metres out. Daraujo try to skip from dummy half. There's a penalty to New South Wales, sorry. So now 10 minutes left. Horvey finds touch. 26 to 22. Just a try in it. Daraujo gets us back underway onto Guzman. He storms forward, but he's met solidly there. In particular by Leonard Carileo. Great hit there. The two big men come together. A bit of push and shove afterwards. No love lost there. I'm sure they'll shout each other a beer after the match. But at the moment, they're not friends. Daraujo at dummy half. As Eddie suffers a bit of cramp at the play the ball. There's Ruiz Font taking it up. Daraujo back at dummy half. As Eddie's coming off with cramp. And it's a crampathon out there also. Luis Font suffering from the same. Leg cramp there as Eddie as he's coming off. Replaced by Brandon Tobar. We've got 9 and a bit minutes to go. 26-22. Game 1. The second match we played up in Noosa in Queensland. Date to be confirmed. As Luis Fon, I think it is, also coming off with cramp. Garrido takes on the line. They'll wake to him this time though. They've probably had enough of his line breaks, the Queenslanders. Horvey, good pass out there to Camano, but he can't hold on to it. He knocks it on and gives the ball back to the Queenslanders, and we're going to have a scrum. So, with 8 minutes left, or just under 9 minutes left on the clock, certainly New South Wales can't afford to make too many mistakes like that one. Need to hold on to that ball. It is definitely a precious commodity in the last 8.5 minutes, with the scores at 26-22 to New South Wales. The scrum will be fair, 25 metres out from the Queensland line. It comes out now, the back, and that's Andrew Sulaga making a run from the scrum base, and a good run at that. Needs 3 or 4 Blues players to bring him to ground. He certainly worked hard all game. Made plenty of yardage up the middle. Espinoza gets it across there to Leonel Carileo. Makes another good run. It's a bit slow to get up though. I think that was Reshes Kiri. A bad pass from Espinoza, dummy half. Forcing Trent Miller to go back to get it. Certainly need to give good service to your halves from the scrum base to get the momentum going up the middle. And that's Brad Miller who throws the ball, throws the dummy and takes the line on himself, does well to do so. The defence eventually gets to him though. And then a little kick through from Gardner on the last. And a knock on by New South Wales. Well, what about this for a bit of tension now? We've got plays down all over the field. One for Queensland and one for New South Wales. We're going to have a scrum feet 10 metres out from the New South Wales line to Queensland. And I think that's Carlos Reches, Kiwi coming off for Queensland, whilst Josh Guzman is getting treatment in the middle of the paddock. 26-22, just a nudge under 7 minutes to go. But more importantly, Queensland with the ball, or with 10 metres out. And now they've given New South Wales, they give it a penalty away at the scrum. As Gardner takes it up, he's brought down 5 metres out now. Espinoza's in at dummy half. Goes the right side there to Zuluaga. He takes him on, and I think he's over, and he is. They've gone the blind through Andrew Zuluaga, who's worked hard all game. And guess what? We've got level scores again with a kick to come. It's Queensland 26, New South Wales 26. Just over 6 minutes to go. What about this for the kick? How crucial is this? As Nick Dobra lines it up. Queensland have a kick to take the lead for the first time in the match with 6 minutes left. Here comes Nick Doherty. He strikes it nicely. It's coming. It's, hit the upright, and it's gone over. Oh, you wouldn't read about it, would you? It's hit the crossbar and crossed over with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Queensland have hit the front 28 to 26. They've hit the front for the first time in this entire match. Gee whiz, if it's not strapped in yet, strap yourselves into that in front of that computer or wherever you may be watching, and enjoy these last 5.5 minutes as they kick off. Straight down to Trent Miller, he takes it. And a big run by their forward pack. Queensland now with their tails well and truly up. That's Mendoza with a solid run from dummy half as he tries to creep a few extra yards. Seb Martinez was back out there from dummy half. Gets it across to Dobra. He's brought down. Across it goes there. Good run, Matt. Is that... I'm trying to get a number on the jersey. That's Isaiah Catlileo, who's again been good all game. Sam Martinez to Brad Miller. He's lost it. How has he? What's the ref calling? The ref's calling a knock on. Well, that was unlucky. It was a good collision there. Good collision there by New South Wales. Good pressure on Brad Miller. The ball came loose. Wow. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes and 9 seconds, 8 seconds to go. Queensland 28. New South Wales 26. New South Wales led 22-6 at one stage in the third quarter. The Queensland fight back has been courageous, if nothing else. And there's a penalty to the New South Wales side. Quick take taken by Alvaro Aragon, trying to catch the Queensland side off guard, but they couldn't do it. It didn't work this time. Horvey gets it across to his outside backs. That's a good run. That's some good yardage by New South Wales, certainly needed. Horvey again to Papa. Papa gets it across to Toba. Toba goes across field, but takes the tackle. We're now 30 metres out. Papa from dummy half. He scoots out. Everyone's alert to that because every time he makes a run, he seems to find a hole as Araujo puts a kick through. And it's a changeover. Good take there by Claude Jackson. Put his body on the line to take the grubber kick and managed to stay outside the field of play. So a great effort there by the winger, who's had a couple of big collisions during this game and has certainly rebounded from each of them. As he stays down, I'd like to thank our sponsors who make all this possible as we move forward and continue to grow the sport in Latin America. And those sponsors, Guzman and Gomez, our major sponsor, Shield Security, thank you very much for your support. Tattoo Tees, EMSA, Education and Migration Services Australia, Retrocom, the TV digital specialists, GMA Tourism, Intergas, the gas company, Cast Graphics, Colombianos in Brisbane, and one of our new sponsors, Edge Home Loans. Thank you very much to all of you as Queensland make their way out from their own half. That's Isaiah Catlileo, one of the busier players during the game. Get the ball across there to Miller. And he's now done James Horvey, kicked it out on the full. That was Brad Miller. Just had a bit of pressure on him as he got the kick away. And what about this? Just under 2 minutes to go. Could this be the final chance for New South Wales to snatch a victory as Arasha takes it forward? Good run by the forward there. The Araujo dummy half. Gets it across to Munoz. Munoz takes it forward. He's met by the defence. Papa out to Horvey. Horvey holds onto the ball and takes the line on. He's brought down 25 out. Papa to Tobar. Tobar makes some good yardage. Queensland started to move up in that one. Tobar took full advantage. Papa dummy half to Horvey. Horvey goes out wide. They've got numbers and they've got a try! And they're over! No! Forward pass! Forward pass! The referees called it back. They were over for the try. Time off. What about that? The referees called it back. He was over. Jose Nito Real was over. The ref has called it back for a forward pass. Geez, do you ever think there's a dull moment in Latin Rugby League? How mistaken you would be. What about this for a finish? Queensland holding on by a Housing Commission coat of paint. 28. New South Wales 26, but Queensland more importantly have the ball. Time. And they've knocked it on. Oh. 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds to go. And they've knocked the ball on. Queensland. This will definitely have to be the final call. The final chance for New South Wales. There's a scrum feed 20 metres out. Wow. Horvey to feed the scrum. The back line is set. Horvey, Papa, Garrido. They've gone the left side. Oh, they've gone the blind side. They've gone the wrong side. Maybe it was a smoke screen to go the obvious right side, but in any case, they've still got the ball. There's Eddie. He takes it forward. 19 seconds. The desperation. Across to Horvey. Horvey spreads the ball to Papa. Papa gets it on to Kamano. Kamano. Oh, almost through, but he's brought down. Good defence by Queensland. Papa in a dummy half. They're pretty much on the line. Oh, what was that? That's it. Queensland are home. They went for the miracle pass. They went along the ground. They threw it to the touch judge. Oh, and Queensland are up. They're jumping on top of each other. Congratulations. What a comeback. It was 22-6. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Final score, 28-26 to Queensland. They take a lead in this series of 1-0 as we head up to Noosa for game number 2. Great effort by both sides. What a game. Congratulations to both squads. Great effort. Great emotion. And look at the Queensland side. They are out on their feet, jumping for joy. A lot of controversial moments in that game for both sides. But in the end, it's Queensland 28 defeating New South Wales 26.